All right, can you introduce yourself again to us one more time or 7 more times?
My name is Queen Addie.
All right.
Addie Shaver.
All right.
That's me. You know, one and only Bomb Diggity.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. All right, man. So here we are again in the shoot for April 1st. How are you feeling?
Amazing. I'm just so excited. You know, 3 weeks out. Around this time, like I just get like all every time I wake up, but I'm excited.
Yes. So what's so different this time around?
I think having my mentality in check, and I haven't left any room for doubt. Because I've talked about it in past preps, like where I'd wake up and I'd look in the mirror and I'd be like, I don't know, like I don't know if I'm gonna be ready. I don't know if what I'm doing is gonna get me to where I need to be. And this prep, I wake up every day and like, I look at myself in the mirror and I tell myself 10 affirmations. I'm like, I'm strong, I'm this, I'm that. Like, and I don't question whether or not I'm gonna be ready because I know I'm gonna be ready.
Yeah.
And, you know, I take pride in having my mentality like in focus, focusing on what like I need to execute, how I need to execute, when I need to execute. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's what's different.
Nice. And how many shows have you done so far?
So far, I've competed in 3. I competed in Las Vegas Naturals, Team USA, and the Natural Olympia. So.
And then now looking forward to April 1st. You know, I mean, what you're doing is so incredible. And I just have to ask, man, you know, 3 times you've competed. And those 3 times, you know, you didn't get your pro card, you know, and for you to just keep coming back, what is that one thing that fires you off, you know, all the time to just keep coming back and like, I'm not gonna get knocked down? I
mean, I think it's just hunger. Like, you know, when I started bodybuilding, I was like, you know what, this will be fun. And once you get a taste of the stage, you want more. Like, I just wanted more of that feeling of like floating on a cloud, more of like that just excitement, like, cause it's a different feeling, and just like being hungry for that feeling. And then, you know, the pro card, like I'm hungry for that, but that's not the only thing I'm hungry for. I think it really is just like the environment of the show, the energy of the show that the people bring, the organization brings. I think all of that, like, it's just like, oh, gimme, like, because it's such an amazing thing. Like, that energy is like none other, and that's what keeps drawing me back, is that energy that the people give, you know, that you receive, like that I give, you know. So that's what keeps me wanting to go.
Wow, that is incredible, man. You know, it's so inspiring to see that, right? You know, coming back, you know, not letting any of those position or you know, placement define you, right? So for this April 1st, right, what is one big weapon or huge significant difference that you have in your arsenal that you're like, okay, this is it? Right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, the mentality aspect. I mean, you can write in a journal all you want, but if you're not really pouring into it and really listening to yourself and really like giving it your all, okay, you just wrote in a journal for nothing. Like you just sat down and looked at it like a homework assignment and tick. No, you have to have that like physical, emotional, spiritual connection with yourself. Like, it's not even just like that physical connection, it's the emotional and it's the spiritual connection that you have to develop. Because if those pieces aren't clicked in with the physical, I mean, you can't really, you know? So it honestly is just having that like trifecta of a connection within yourself and just overall loving yourself. And now that I've discovered that and I'm like clicked it in and that's my new weapon, it's like, okay, like I'm excited, I'm ready to execute.
Now you're unstoppable. My goodness. You know, I mean, even through this interview right here, one major big change I can definitely observe is the mental growth, right? The personal development, not just physically, but, you know, from the last show to this, the mental growth that has occurred is so huge and significantly different, right? If you can share with us, how has that journey been for you so far, and you know, the changes, the growth itself?
It was at times hard. I will admit that, because you have like a lockbox in the back of your head that you've just like thrown your problems into, or just, you know, I don't want to deal with that. Throw it back there, shut it, lock it with the key, throw the key away. And I've had to force that key into that box and open it up and pull out like all this stuff, and had to basically like head on and be like, well, I can't hear if I don't do this. So like, you know, I can't get there. So it's time to deal with it. Not even necessarily deal with it. It's time to just like, okay, how do we grow from here, from this past experience, or like thinking like this, how do I go from here to here? And facing it head on, because, you know, like mentality, again, like the biggest thing is your mentality. So I mean, it was hard, but it feels like weights are just being lifted off, like literally weight off, off. And like sometimes dealing with like some of those things, you're gonna have to do things that like you would never see yourself doing, like putting up boundaries with certain people that you know you would have never thought you'd put up. And there are times where sometimes I'll think, dang, like why did I do that? Was that really the right thing? But it was, like, I'm protecting my peace. Like I have to keep myself balanced, and it doesn't mean I don't love you or don't care about you or anything like that. It's just I have to protect my peace at the end of the day. So it's been hard, but I love it. Like I feel like it's just now, like, you know. So yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much for sharing that. I mean, you can tell, you know, the glow, the shine in your face, everything, you know, that is so beautiful. And then before we wrap this up, if there is a word of advice, but this time specifically to those that have been at a pinnacle in their life, and instead of advancing, they're just right there, right? And you know they could advance, right? What would your piece of advice be to them, those specific people?
Find that connection within yourself and don't give up. So no matter what the challenge is that you're trying to level up from or exceed past, just don't give up. Don't retreat into that little corner and throw it in that lock box in the back of your head and close it with the key. Don't be scared to ask for help, because at the end of the day, like, it doesn't make you look weak. We're all here to empower each other, level up with each other, elevate with each other. Don't give up.
Wow. Give up. Thank you very much for that message. That is everything. Don't give up. You're going to keep fighting every day. We do appreciate your time. I will not come April 1st. Oh my goodness. It's over already.
Period.
Thank you for your time, Queen. We'll see you soon. All right.